Can you hear me? Is it working? Let me know if it's working. Apologies. If it is working, I apologise because you guys have stuck there through a couple of reschedules. I hope everything is okay. Yeah, I take it back. It probably wasn't YouTube. I had a report from elsewhere in the house that there was some buffering on a TV somewhere, so I decided to just pull the plug. I think it's the first time I've rebooted the router actually in 4 months, maybe. It could have been that. So we're all good. I can see you're all saying it's good. Thank heavens for that. Shall we do a bit of driving before we get into it? Let me say hello to everybody that's been waiting. I can see Zellies is there, Kelly, Wes, I can see Jason, David Drives. Who else have we got? Danny Boy is there. Who else? Have I missed anybody? Shout if you're there. Rob's there. Rob Jansen's back. JL Frank. I'm glad everybody's there and it's working. Thanks everybody for coming in. And again, I apologise. It's not good for me either because I don't like to mess you about. You're all quite loyal, so I'm glad you're in. But anyway, it's Thomas release day. Thomas and Friends, The Wonders of Sodor. And I was trying to say to you in the first one, hi Chris, by the way. I was trying to say to you in the first one that I've been playing this over the weekend and I've been having loads of fun with it. I've actually been having a lot more fun with it than I thought I would have. Because it's just a bit different to what we normally do. And it's a bit more relaxed and it's just fun. It's just fun. So, good evening, Pete. How you doing? Yeah, I haven't recovered from my distraction yesterday. I'm not going to explain what you actually mean by that, Jason. You mean the tower, don't you? You mean Blackpool Tower. I know what you mean. He says winking. We're going to get into it, though. I thought we'd do some timetable stuff first, because I've got the Deluxe Edition. So I've got access to all the engines that are available in the Deluxe Edition. So Percy, Diesel, Emily, Gordon, James, Thomas, and now my voice is going. So we're gonna have a run through with these and see what we can do. The videos that I've put out today actually have been quite popular. So if you've watched those, thanks for that. There is a tutorial for anybody that's new to. It basically runs like Train Sim World. Let's face it. So if you've been into Train Sim World before, you'll pretty much know how to do it. The settings are very similar, although some of them don't work, which I point out in the tutorial. But I was going to let you know there is a tutorial video, about half an hour long, but I go for everything: free roam, photo mode, the full shebang. So if you're new to it, go and have a look at that. But yeah, thanks for watching all those videos today. The Gordon's Express one's been really popular, so that's good. There's a lot of interest for it. Start with Gordon. Shall we start with Gordon? I don't mind. We'll start with Gordon. We'll run his Express the other way, shall we? From the one that I did in the video earlier. So we went Knapford to Vickerstown. So I think we'll go Vickerstown back to Knapford. That was the one I did. 8:34. You can do shunts and you can do a run around at the other end. But we'll do Vickerstown to Knapford Express. Now, one thing I will say about this is that I haven't got the signals, not the signals, the speed changes displayed. So those of you that have played Train Sim World before know you can sort of hover on the track itself. You can see above the track where the speed changes. Because in TSW we've usually got the track monitor across the top, you don't really need those switched on. The track monitor isn't working in this at the moment. I don't know what's happening with that. There is a setting for it, but it's not working. So I'm trying to blag it without. It could mean that Gordon flies up in the air and disappears, because that's happened to me already. I'm not going to lie. So we'll see how we go with it. But yeah, we'll do the Express the other way, and then we'll have another look around the other engines that we've got, and we'll play a bit of everything if we can. Right, so we can unlock the doors. So let's do that. There he is at Vickerstown. Let's put his lights on, shall we? We can just click that. We should be able to click that, but it's not doing it. Oh, that's better. That's better. Right. I thought we had another bug there, but that's all right. Put it into forwards. I've got the realism mode set as well, and all that seems to do is when you accelerate, it'll leave the accelerator on. So if you put it up to halfway, you can take your finger off the controller or the button off A, and it will keep the throttle where it is. I think the way it comes out of the box is that you have to keep your finger on the accelerator. If you let go of it, the accelerator drops to 0. I think that's the more simplified controls. So if you want to do it the way that I've got it, you'll need to switch on the realism mode. You've got your spam cap on. Okay. It's not a bog cart. Someone was saying earlier he's like the Flying Scotsman, and he is a bit. He is a bit, I suppose. Alright, shall we go? 4.7 miles to Crovan's Gate. One thing I mentioned in the earlier video that I'm not as keen on, the field of view, or the distance. Can you see the distance where it's a bit hazy? I'm not really keen on that because I like to try to look at what the signals are coming up. You can't really do it like this. You see, you can't see that gantry in front. It's not coming to view yet. I think the signals are for the opposite direction anyway on this gantry, but you still can't see it properly. Dovetail did say they're looking at that for a future patch to see if they can push that out a little bit. I think that'll be a lot better. So anyway, here we go. So you see what I'm doing with the controls? If I put the throttle up and let go, it stays there. With the simple controls, if I let go, it'll go back to 0 again. You'll come to a stop. But I think that's maybe for new players, or people that are new to driving trains. There we go. Let's get up to speed, shall we? At least it's working. The Flying Scotsman is meant to be Gordon's brother. Is that legit, that? That's pretty cool if it is. Yeah, so I've no track monitor, so I can't tell when the speeds change. To see the signals, I have to strain ahead to see them. But I didn't want all the clutter on the screen. You can put it on, but I didn't want it on really. So 4.3, we've got to Crovan's Gate. Andy lads, good evening. Yeah, hopefully it's alright. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I've given it a good kicking. Is Henry available? No, he's not. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes as a DLC at some point. There's potential for quite a few DLCs. And I saw G Dave earlier. He said he wanted Toby. A few people have said that today in the comments. They want Toby. But right now, with the Deluxe Edition, you just get James additionally. So he comes as part of the Deluxe Edition with, I think there's 4 stories come with him. 4 additional ones, so you get 8 in the standard, 12 if you get the deluxe. There's a lamp over here, which is like a cab light that you can put on, a bit similar to TSW. And now I can't see where I'm meant to be standing. What's happened? Oh god! Wait, how did I get in the coaches? What? Oh my god! We got to run away. Oh well, sit in the seat. That didn't work, did it? Don't come out from where the driver is. This could be interesting. I have no way to get back. I don't know. How did I get through the wall? Control 0. What does Control 0 do? Oh, Control 0. Thank you. What does that do? Reset the physics. That's pretty neat. Good job you were there. I thought we were going to restart. I must have gone... When I put the light on, I went all the way through his tender, right through there and into there. That was interesting. So there you go, folks. If that happens, Control 0 if you're on keyboard. I love it. That was brilliant. I think we passed a couple of miles doing that, you know. At Crovan's Gate, there's the narrow gauge rails as part of Scarlowy's narrow. Oh, is it? Right, we'll have a look for that then. I've not noticed that, I must admit. That was interesting. Pull the emergency cord. I didn't know about that, Control Zero. That's because I'm usually playing on the PlayStation. That's interesting. Right, as we're coming into the station, I'm going to assume that sometimes it can make us switch lanes. So I'm going to slow down a little bit because I think you have to be down to 30. There's Emily. You have to be down to 30 before you go across the points. At least we kept our speed up while we were in the back, messing about. Let me know if the sound is okay as well. There's no donkey in this, is there? Is there a donkey in this? I suppose it could be, but it's a DTG thing. There could be a donkey. Robert Halo, thank you for the sub. Hope you're doing well. If anybody's come in, by the way, who's new to the channel, welcome. Nice to see you, even if you're just lurking. So I'm going to look for Scarlowy's track now. Yeah, see, them points will get you every time. I ran it over the weekend and I came in really fast and launched it. And literally Gordon just goes flying. Oh, is that Scarlowy's narrow gauge? There it is. That's a good spot, that. There is donkeys. Ah. There we go. Yeah, so like I was saying, you TSW players, you won't be surprised to know that it operates pretty much exactly like it, give or take a couple of things. The hood is obviously a little bit different. The principle's the same. Opening and shutting the doors, accelerated braking, it's all the same. There he is. I think we were able to change the faces as well, but I don't think we can do that. I think that's coming later. So that's pretty neat, that. I'd not noticed that. The depth of field is killing. It's way too much. It is a bit too much. It is. It is. It's slightly off-putting. I think that was the first thing when I got it. I think that was the first thing that I reported back that I wasn't keen on. Because other than that, it's pretty good. But it was hurting my eyes a little bit, I'll be honest. And I think that's because I'm trying to look ahead all the time. And you can't. So it'd be nice if there's a little slider for that even, so you can adjust it to how you want it. And if you want it like that, you can leave it like that. Otherwise, you could just move it a little bit. Forcing into the cab when in the tunnels. Yeah, that's another one. I think we had that on TSW to begin with, didn't we? On an early version, and that got fixed. Right, Kelsthorpe Road is next. So this run will give you, of course, a full run end-to-end, pretty much, of the line. It's about 35 minutes-ish end-to-end, as I recall. Well, it's really good fun, actually. It's good fun. A lot of TSW players said, I don't think I'll play that. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to play it. Honestly, give it a go. It's alright. If you want a break from TSW or TS Classic, try this. And thanks everybody for coming in. We got over 50 as well, so thank you for that. Yeah, Jason, let me have a look. Go back in the cab for a little bit. Oh, the football as well. Yeah, what station is that at? Is that Kelsford, Jason? Full throttle, this is. I did get him up. If you saw the earlier video where I was running Gordon's Express, you saw I got him up to about 90. If you look in the cab, we're well into the red when we get to 76 up there, but I was taking him over 90, but unfortunately I had to slow down for a station, so I've not really pushed him yet above that. One thing you're surprised, Andy lad, is the lack of track monitor. It is in the settings. It is in the settings. And I got track monitor switched on, but it's not appearing, so I need to find out what's happening with that, because I would like the track monitor. Because, you know, you don't have to have it on, do you, if you don't want it, but a few of us might like it. It makes sense. I think, apart from that fuzziness in the distance, I think the actual look of the game is really quite pleasing on the eye. I think the scenery's pretty good. I just want to see a bit more. See that blurriness in front is a bit too much. Now all the signals seem to just change to green anyway as you approach, but some of them are really late. Like, right, that's a caution signal, but we'll have a look as we go, but you'll see some of the signals really change very late. This is one in front. Oh, it's already dropped. It's already dropped, so we're all right. But it's only in the scenarios where you seem to get red signals at the moment. Is my observation. So you can pretty much give it full pelt, and the signal will change, but it changes very late. This is Kelsford Road, and we're arriving on time. I can't turn that off either. The you know, the stopping rainbow on the track. I can't turn that off. I've got it set to off, but it won't. So I don't know what's up with that. But again, I've reported that. You're gonna buy it at the weekend after a few shanties, yeah. I've seen it, Jason. Yeah, I've seen it. I just can't remember which station it is. The look and feel is nice. Yeah, it is. It's quite pleasing on the eye, isn't it? I was saying in one of my earlier videos, the thing I like about the early Thomas&Friends is this like 1940s, 1950s sort of style route. Reminds me a lot of in TSW, the Crewe to Liverpool steam route. Reminds me a lot of that. Maron is next, 6.4 miles. Control 7, what does Control 7 do? Oh, to turn that. Right, I'll try it. Control 7. Right, we'll see when we get to the next station. That's for the rainbow on the track. Yeah. Let's see what it does. YT94, good evening, how you doing? Thanks for coming in, everyone. We've got 58 in. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Anybody on the fence with it? They've not decided if they're buying it yet. There might be a few of you. It's worth a punt, I think. Yeah, I'm good, YT, thanks, yeah. Not bad, not bad. Why does he look baked? There's a Spirit of Steam and Peak Forest vibe. They ported over some of the assets from both routes as well. Oh, I've not noticed that. You're probably right. It's in your cart at the moment. Oh, he's got his finger ready to go. I was saying earlier today, I wish this had come out when I was younger. But you couldn't buy PC games in all that time ago. So it would have been a bit difficult. But it is good fun. I've been really enjoying it. Ronnie, good evening. You're driving Gordon at the moment, nice. Yeah, Gordon's good because he has the fast runs. Emily does the express as well, but she's a little bit slower, as we'll find out. If Gordon goes too fast, he flies off. He does, he launches. It's dead easy to launch him. David nearly bought it, but Medway and Class 90 are previewing this week, so you'll wait and get them instead. Yeah, they will be. It sounds like they'll be coming soon, doesn't it? There's a lot of whistle boards, I'll give it that. You're forever whistling. Need to do Thomas's branch line. Yeah, do you know what? I've not done that yet. I think there's a story, isn't there, where Diesel takes over the branch line. I've not done that one yet. And I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I tend to do this with all steam engines, even in other sims. But because of the view from inside, I tend to mostly play steam trains outside. I mean, especially with this, where the controls are pretty simplistic. I mean, you can use the levers as well. So there's a throttle lever there. The reverser, of course, is there, and you got your brakes. So you can use the levers if you want. As usual, I'm on the PC, but I'm using the Xbox controller. I just find it easier. But you can drive it from in the cab if you want to. 2.5 to Maron. I'm hoping it doesn't put me across the points here. Yes, we'll launch. I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, we need the track monitor really. The scenery is quite nice. 83 miles per hour, 84. Let's see if his face has changed now he's bombing it. No, he's still quite laid back. Look, he's not bothered. Oh, his eyes are wide open. Maybe because he's approaching 90. There's a suspension bridge. Maybe that's what he was looking at. Could have been that. There's 90. 91. I'm going to slow down though for Maron, or else we'll be in trouble. He's not great on the brakes, look. Not from that speed. We should be fine. Time-wise, we're alright, got a couple of minutes. Si, you like it, but you definitely won't buy it. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't think it's for everybody, but I think it's a nice distraction. And Rob, you were right, it's took the rainbow off. That little setting you gave me. Get his doors open. He's just got he's got a nice vibe to it. A nice it sounds ridiculous. It's got a nice, like, friendly vibe to it. You know, you can kind of drive it how you like, and nobody bothers. Quite a little friendly atmosphere. Maybe that's me relating it back to the stories, because the stories, you know, when you're a kid and you read the books, they're always quite relaxing, aren't they? So maybe it's that, but yeah, it's pleasing on the eye. Gordon doesn't care. he's still not changed his expression much yet. We've still got a minute to go. David, you bought 4 right line scenario pack. Oh, nice, nice. Adam will be pleased with that. That's very good. They translated it into Dutch. That'd be interesting, watching it in a different language. Ronnie's going Vicarstown to Knapford. Yep, snap. Oddfellow, good evening. Is it connected to TSW6? No, it's not. It's a completely separate game. So I did have a couple of comments today on the videos to say, can the engines that we've got in this game be lifted and shifted to TSW? I don't know, so, but I wouldn't think so. I think it's a completely separate game, and I think it'll be completely ring fenced, so you can't do that. There'll be all sorts of rules regarding licensing about where you can and can't drive the locos, etc. So they'll be restricted to this game, I think. Other than that, there was Thomas and Diesel and Annie and Clarabelle, which we got as part of TSW, but those are the only ones, and even they're separate. Joe Doug 79, thank you for the sub. Just keep pressing Control 7. Yeah, that's a bug then, isn't it? If it keeps coming back, it shouldn't be coming back. But I mean, look at the rivers and everything. The scenery is good. I want to just see more of it, that's all. It's a nice job. It's a nice job. Yeah, I won't press Control 7 again until we find out whether it's took itself off or not. Fireman's put some of these firebox to chill him out. We haven't even got a fireman. Look. There's just us. I've got the same character that I use on TSW. He's got his Northwestern Railway uniform on. Percy looked cool. Yeah, we'll play Percy in a bit. Good to hear from you. No worries, Oddfellow. Nice to see you in. Good evening, Snitcho. How are you doing? The fireman's taken ill. And Sir Topham couldn't volunteer because his doctor ordered him not to. That always makes me laugh, that. Right, we're going down the hill to Wellsworth. We're not far away, so let's make sure we don't run straight through the station. Love the fact it's bringing back so many memories. It is for old like me and young for many of you. Yeah. I think the thing about the Thomas stories is, oh, look at this signal. That signal better drop. See what I mean? See how late it drops. I was saying about the Thomas stories. They sort of transcend generations, don't they? And they're still as popular as they ever were. So having something like this to actually visualise it other than the TV series, I think is a really good idea. And while I've been doing train sims and TSW, etc., and there's the rainbow back again, by the way. Lots of people have asked me over the years, you know, will there ever be a Thomas game? And I suppose it's always been a possibility, but I think the licensing must be a nightmare. That's probably been the issue until this point. But it seems like they've got a way around it now, so it's great. Right, let's get the doors open. We've got a minute or so to go. Gordon's not bothered. He's done this run a million times. So you want to be able to use all these sidings, and maybe you can in some of the stories, because I've not been into all the stories yet. Diesel might have a bit of work in and out of these yards and things, I'm not sure. I've mainly been doing longer runs so far. Let's have a look what you're saying. How many of the Thomas haters who said no, not buying it, have bought it? I think you know, I think until you see it properly, maybe you wouldn't buy it. But personally, I think you know, if it's aimed at younger players, which it might be, I think my personal opinion is they got the balance right. So there is something, there's a lot for younger players, but there's also a bit for us oldies as well, you know. And there's a lot we can get out of it as well. You know, I will stick this on when I've played TS Classic or TSW and I've been scanning all the signals and doing the usual. I'll just come onto this for a bit of fun. And hopefully, you know, we get some DLCs down the line as well. Because I'm sure we're going to, at some point, we're probably going to get a Thomas&Friends roadmap. Might be separate to the TSW roadmap, but we may get one, and then there might be some plans for you know, extensions to the map would be good, to the island, and some DLCs as well. SS Gamer, thank you for the sub. Hope you're doing all right. Aiden, thank you for the sub. Welcome to everybody that's coming in. Nice to see you. 104 in. For a Thomas&Friends stream is great. It's brilliant. I'm glad it's quite popular. Get Diesel on next, he's brilliant. I like Diesel. Diesel was, I said it in the news videos I was doing, that Diesel would be the first one that I drove. And I did. In TSW I preferred Diesel over Thomas. I was driving Diesel all the time. He's got a bit of grunt, hasn't he, as well, so we'll put Diesel on, definitely. He does a few runs up and down to the quarry, so we'll have a go at that. Robert Smart, how are you? It ruined your childhood where they put Henry in the tunnel. Do you know, I only watched that the other night as well because I've been doing a little bit of a refresher on some of the Ringo Starr. I started right at the beginning, back again with the Ringo Starr episodes because they're the ones I remember. And I saw that one just the other night. I kept thinking it was a bit, you know, just because he didn't want to get his paint all wet and dirty. I thought it was a bit dramatic to like block the whole line and take the track out and block up the tunnel. It seemed a bit drastic, that. They drag him out these days. But it's a good episode. Here's James. Here he is. So it's nice in this timetable mode. Everybody, all the other engines are going around doing their own timetable, so you do pass them quite a bit. That barbershop, by the way, someone reminded me earlier in the comments that that's the barbershop where Duck goes flying through it on one of the episodes. And that's another one I quite remember. There's people in the barber's chairs with all the shaving foam on, and Duck comes right through the window. There's a lot of potential, isn't there, for new stuff. Hayden, thank you for the sub. Hope you're well. Logan, good evening. You wish that Sodor was a real place. Do you know what I was amazed about, which I either didn't remember or I didn't know? In Thomas, when they talk about the mainland, I didn't know that was Barrow-in-Furness. I did not know. I mean, what a place to have as the mainland. That's just... I had no clue. I thought the mainland was a fictitious place as well, you know. But no, Barrow-in-Furness, and I had no clue about that. That's the one thing in this past, what, 12, 18 months that I found out that has surprised me about this Thomas&Friends. Because there's not a lot at Barrow. Apologies to anyone who's from Barrow. Maybe that's why he chose it. Maybe he was trying to do a bit of tourism for Barrow-in-Furness. Right, we got a couple of minutes, so we can just idle into Knapford. Now, you said about the donkeys, there's lots of horses. Plenty of horses. Now, someone told me Percy was down here the other day. I said, I can't see Percy, but Percy was down here. I'm going to look for him today. I don't think he's there today. I think it was in Gordon's Express video that I did. I said Diesel or Percy's usually around here, and he was hiding over there, and I didn't see him. And lots of people spotted him. Eagle-eyed people spotted him. Duncan gets spooked. Yeah, that's a good one. Ashtastic, good evening, how are you? Platform 4, the sign tells us. Yeah, the Sodor is basically where the Isle of Man is. Pretty much. It might be slightly higher than the Isle of Man is, if you were to stick it on a real map, but yeah. Here's Percy, look. Percy's moving the coaches around. Thomas is over there. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. There's Thomas, there's Percy. We'll just come to a stop. There we go. And I think Percy's probably waiting to move the coaches around once Gordon leaves them behind and goes off to the turntable. Yeah, Streamlabs is just grumpy. Yeah, if you get told off for something you haven't done, just ignore it. You're not in any trouble, don't worry. Peter, thank you for the sub. Let's lock the doors. So there you go. What's not to like about that? That was a good crack. That I enjoyed that. Total distance 22 miles. So yeah, we got 8,000 points as well, which we can't use for anything. Just let me show you the free roam as well. So once you get to the end of the service, of course, you can press free roam, and you're not in any particular service. You go back into the cab, and you can just step out. So if you open the cab door, you can step down. And you can go for a wander. And then if you want to, as you're doing this, walking around, if you want to put your own train, exactly like TSW, if I just, yeah, that's okay. Spawn train. Let's say, well, we can see Thomas. We saw, let's put diesel in. So if we press diesel, and you probably can't see that because of the camera. But if I choose diesel and 10 troublesome trucks, and press spawn, if I then point at the track and press Y, there he is. He pops up. So from there, you can just get on board him, and you can go and drive him if you want to. So you can do that as well. So that's exactly like TSW. You'll want to go wandering around to get the collectibles as well. I've got a few of them. I think I've got all of them at this station actually. But you might want to have a wander around. But yeah, there's a lot you can do. There's a lot you can do. So we had a request for diesel. I'm not going to drive this diesel. We'll go back to the main menu, and we'll pick something out of the timetable for him. You remember rushing home from school as a kid to watch Thomas? Yeah, memories. Percy sees a dragon. Yeah, that's quite a good one. Yeah. Right, diesel. So again, you know, like all of them, he's got a full timetable. He starts at 5 in the morning, as you can see. And don't forget, for each of these, you can change the weather if you want to. But fog, wetness. Now, the weather does work on this, but in photo mode, the weather isn't working at the moment. You can't change the weather. You might have seen that in an earlier video that I did. But Dovetail know about that, so they're gonna fix it. Let's just have a look what we've got. We'll pick something a little bit later. We don't want to do shunting, really. We want to do a little bit of a run. Why don't we do Knapford Harbour to Anofa Quarry? We'll do that one. And if we just press play, we'll just go with the standard weather. Correct. There is a collectible guide out there. If you want to cheat and you don't want to find them yourself, there is a collectible guide that you can get. One of the other ambassadors has done a video of it. You can find it. Right, so this is Diesel. Let's just have a look at him. He's at the docks, look. Along with a load of trucks. He's smiling though, look. He's looking at the trucks, he's smiling. I don't know what that face is that he's doing. We got aircraft, by the way. There's no Harold, but we've got aeroplanes. And I think the airfield is next to, how do you pronounce it? Dryo? How do you pronounce it? D-R-Y-A-W. I don't even remember that station. But whatever that station is, it's next to it. Because I've seen it. Right. We're going to Anofa Quarry Inn. That's a go via. Now, on mine, I haven't got the points set to automatic, so I need to manually change the points if there are any that need changing. So I can do this without getting out on foot, of course. I think they're all okay, actually. So if I put him in forwards, and we'll get going. Of course, we get the big puff of smoke. There he is. About 15 miles per hour, I think. in the docks. Again, the docks is well done. Potential for a few more boats in there, I think. A tugboat, perhaps. If you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, he's looking good. And now I said that, he just went with his eyes. Do you see what he did with his eyes? He knows I'm talking about him. Now, I don't know with this, actually, if you can drive from both sides. You may be able to. Chris, there are scenarios based on the stories, yeah. If you have a look on my playlist, if you want an example, have a look on the playlist for today. I've done several of them. I did Thomas and Bertie, that was a good one. I enjoyed that one. But they are based. Thomas Goes Fishing, I think, is on there. There's one with James Leaves. I've done that one. There's a few on there, but yeah, they're all based on real stories. From what I can see, anyway, so far, the ones I've done. Thomas and Friends and My Little Pony. Vim Fan 100, thank you for the sub. How you doing? That's a mouthful. My word. Deji, good evening, how are you? Right, we'll slow him down a little bit. Do what I mean? Even the little slow runs are quite nice because there's a lot to look at. You got a windmill over there, just coming into view out of the haze. The check. I think we're under signals now, so I think the points are automatically. I think they're all automatic. It'll be just if we get to a yard or something that I might have to change them. I've got the usual Diet Coke, by the way, any of you regulars that were wondering. And thanks everybody for coming in. Please do give me a like if you don't mind. That would help me out massively. We can drive diesel from both sides. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, because the signals are on the left, aren't they? So what happens now if I come out of the seat? It's not going to throw... It can't throw me in the back anywhere this time. It says it's the second man's seat. But there's another aircraft. And we can put the windows down as well. Don't forget. Thomas and Bertie's race, indeed. Yeah. P Kitchen, good evening. You love Thomas the Tank Engine. How easy is this to play? You've got no idea what you're doing. Very easy. Very easy. And I'm not sure how long you've been in, but I was saying earlier, I have got a tutorial video on the feed. If you want to go and have a look at that, you might want to. If you're thinking of buying it, go and have a look at the tutorial first, and it'll probably show you, hopefully, what you need to know. And then you can decide. It's pretty easy. I think this was 19 minutes, wasn't it, this scenario, I think? Or this timetable, I should say. Brandon, thank you for the sub. How you doing? I can see in the haze a hot air balloon. Maybe it's James's red balloon. I can see it. Don't know if you can see that yet, but it's there just above the trees. What's Diesel's top speed? Because if we have an 08 or an 09, it's either 15 or 20 miles per hour, isn't it? I think. But here we can do 25 miles per hour, which we can even go faster than that. Oops, I got hit by the scenery there. Portsfield Halt, that is. It must be the shortest tutorial video on YouTube, Lord Go Stop. It is quite easy to drive the trains, yeah. It's because the tutorial's got all the photo mode, etc. Let's just show you the photo mode actually. Let's just do that, shall we? If I go into photo mode now, so if you like taking screenshots, I was saying earlier about the temperature's not working. You can change, you know, this works. You can change what month it is, etc. If you move along, there's different things, exposure, brightness, sepia effect, all that kind of good stuff. Depth of field, so you want to focus in on something specific as well. You can rotate, which is what I do for a lot of screenshots. And of course your field of view, you can zoom right in on him like this. And even that's a simple one, but it looks quite good. Then if I remove the actual controls, you could just take that as a screenshot now. Just like that. And you can save it. And it saves it. And then you can carry on again. You can do lots of different ones. You have some fun with that as well. That's all in the tutorial, by the way. Roman Toll War, thank you for the sub. AMR, thank you for the sub. Probably going a bit fast for diesel. Let's slow him down a little bit. There was a 20 board right there. So there you go, we were nearly 20. Elsbridge. It's like the old Morris Minor cars as well that they've put in. Quite like that. There's the river where Thomas goes fishing. Disappointed about Henry not being on it. I reckon he'll come. I reckon he'll come. I don't know it, because nothing's been said about future DLCs. I would just assume that everybody's going to be suggesting the favourite engine, and they could potentially bring out a few DLCs for it. Would make sense. This bit's like West Somerset Railway, isn't it? So we can zoom in a little bit as well and follow him. Just get that so my camera's not in the way. Right, so there's the windmill over there. From the opening of the TV show. Obviously I'm not in Thomas, but you can go over there if you want, and let's just see if I can do it. If I just press 8 and pause it. It doesn't pause, does it? I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me go to photo mode again, see if I can get over here. So again, if you're let me take the field of view out like that. I think this will let me get over here. So if you, oh no, it won't. I don't know how I get the other side of it. There is a way to get the other side of it, but you can come back and take a screenshot. You get Thomas going along there, you can get a screenshot of it. There must be a way you can get across, but I can't remember how to do it. Saw someone else doing it earlier this morning. Yeah, his horn's good. Yeah, 8 cam to get over there. Now, I don't. Apart from the Thomas and Bertie story, I don't recall seeing Bertie anywhere else. So I don't know if he's only in that one story or whether he appears as like AI anywhere as we drive past. I'm not sure. I don't know if anybody else knows that. I would hope he would be sort of, you know, parked up somewhere when we go past, but I've not seen him. Keep looking for him. Because he's not a playable character, but he's obviously in. The donkey's on this line. You'll have to tell me if you see it. Andy, disappointed Edward, Henry and Toby are in the game. I guess they had to make a choice as to what would go in at the beginning. And those ones you mentioned are kind of like some of the main ones, aren't they? So I guess they could have put all of them in, but I bet it won't be long before something is announced. I would expect it. Your mate's got a horn like Diesel's on his Range Rover. Hi Chief, how you doing? You thought they were going to have the CGI voice actors. No, there's just that one guy, isn't there? Mark Murnahan, I think. He's doing all the voices. From what I can tell. Every single one of them. Right, we've got 1.5 still to go till we get to the go via for the quarry. So, because it's a timetable, if you want to just run as Diesel, or any of them, you could start at the beginning and just run the whole timetable. And it will take you, you know, it'll take you a few hours to go through the complete timetable. And when you get to the end of each service, you could do what I did with Gordon at the end. You could go to free roam. And when you press free roam, it'll come up with a box. If you're still stood in the cab, it will come up with a box saying the next service starts at, and then whatever time it is, and you just cross-check it to the top left-hand corner. So then, if you want to, you can have a wander around wherever you are on foot, and then come back in for the start of the next service. Or, if you're not bothered about breaking the immersion, you can go back to the list of the timetable services and not have the wait and start the next service directly. So it depends which way you want to do it. Kingdom Sora, thank you for the sub. So many they can add, like Donald and Douglas, yeah. I'm sure there's going to be a few DLCs. There you go. There's the donkey, yeah. The pigs against the cows with the donkey as the referee. Percy's there. There's Percy, look. There he is. He gets about a bit. Was that my red then? Did I go for a red or not? I'm not sure whether I did. I was looking at Percy. Well, let me just check the map. Let's just see. Now, I've got a green now. Let me just have a look. Let me just check. We've got all the points. Yeah, that one's good. That one's good. Right, that'll do for now. I'll check the rest later. I could have sworn we went for a red then. But the gates were open, so we're alright. Closed, sorry. The gates were closed to the traffic, so we're alright. Oh, Thomas's coach is in. Annie and Clarabelle, yeah, they're in. They're in. If it's red, you get the end screen. I got you. So we're good. I just looked up at the signals and I didn't see any of them dropped. The shunt signal could have been down. I didn't see it. Could have been that. Thanks once again, everybody, for coming in. If you could give me a like on the stream, that'd be brilliant. Thank you very much. Uphill we go. Let's see how he's doing at the front. He has a few more expressions, I think, than some of them. He's got quite a few, hasn't he? He's like, oh, it's no problem. I'm a diesel. I can get up here. It's fine. What are you worried about? Whereas my guy's in there thinking, I want to drive one of the steam trains. But again, this is quite a nice area of the map. Danger. Yeah, you don't want to go off there, do you? I wonder, is that from one of the stories? If it is, I'm not sure. There's probably little Easter eggs all over the map. Where if you know your Thomas and Friends, you're gonna spot them straight away, which might just give you a clue to what might come up in the future. Then. You're getting it on PS5. I have been playing. I'm on the PC now, but I have been playing it on the PS5 as well, and it's fine on the PS5. It's good. It's good. The smug face of Diesel. Yeah, he's very cocky, isn't he? Very cocky. Quite laid back, isn't he? GW, good evening, how you doing? It looks windy when you do the horn, let's try it. So it depends what oil he's had, I suppose. That's where Gordon had an accident. Yeah, it looks like an Easter egg to me. I think I vaguely remember that one. He's getting winched out at the end, isn't he? You're loving the scenery. It reminds you of a few different regions of the UK, changing every few minutes. Incredibly well produced. It is a nice looking game, isn't it? I mean, look at that river. What's not to like about that? It's quite nice, that. They've even got the foam on the rocks. So you got your finger on the trigger, Pete, I assume. I'm just going to check the points again as we get to the top. Make sure we're good. We're good all the way in. I'll do that again. I was meant to zoom in on him like that. There we go. That's better. See that when you put him into brake and then you put the throttle on, look at his face because he's struggling. That's pretty good. Nazos Universe, thank you for the sub. Expensive golden diesel, yeah. Have I done a Thomas version of Oxenholme yet? Not really, no. I very slightly overshot on the video that I did, the leaves video that I did. There was one station where I went slightly beyond the stop marker. I mean, look at this now. You can tell you're in a quarry. I mean, that's some good detail, that, on the rocks. Let's be fair. I mean, that's quite believable, that, isn't it? Right, stop at an offer loading shunt number 2. Okay, let's just check. Because, yeah, that one's alright. Yeah, we're good, we're good. You might just pull the trigger tonight. Go for it. What harm can it do? Go for it. It's a very non-stressful, quite calming game to play. This one. And this is great, this. I mean, look at this. The trucks are over there. Being the usual bad selves, just waiting for Diesel to go over there and show them what's what. So there's a quick service in Diesel. That was quite good, wasn't it? So you see what I mean? You can stay in Diesel's timetable now. So if I'll just show you what I was saying earlier. If I go to free roam now, so I can either go back into his timetable and play the next service directly. And if I went to free roam though, you see at the top, next service is scheduled to start at 10 and it's 9:32. So there is a bit of a wait, but if you want to, you can play it like that. And you know, what you can do is, this is where you start looking for your collectibles, you know. You'll start doing this. You'll start having a wander around. You can explore the map, because you don't have to do it all on board a train. If you want to have a good look round, you can go freely on foot anywhere in the map that is accessible by the trains, you know, all the platforms, everything. You can walk all around there. There could be collectibles up here. I've not been on foot yet. We'll just have a quick look before we change service. See if we can find anything. I don't know what we would find up here. We might find one of the books up here. I just oh, what's this? Right, so there you go. There's one of the conductor's hats. So that's a collectible. So all you do is walk into it, and I've got 1 out of 20. So there's another bit of something you can do there while you're waiting for your service. Let's have a quick look in here. I don't see anything in there. I don't think we can get in there. Go and have a look at the trucks. The trucks are well done as well, look. We've seen the trucks before in TSW. Can you see you can put the handbrakes on and off as well if you want to. So all that is doable. I'm just looking in here to see if there's any collectibles. I don't see anything. I don't think we can get up the ladder. It's not that good yet. But yeah, there's plenty to do. You can explore around on foot like that. So, you know, I would encourage you to do that, and you get a better appreciation of what they've done to it. I mean, again, look at the rock. It's got rock. It's got loose stuff there. It's got, you know, bigger pieces down the bottom. It's properly like a quarry. They've done a really good job. So, Sheriff, thank you for the sub. So we'll go back into the main menu. and we'll run somebody else now. I think we might go Percy, I think. Let me show you the map actually first, because up here, if you click on where the little book is, of course, these are where your stories are, and it'll tell you whether or not you've completed them or not. You get a little tick. If you want to go to, this is Farquhar Quarry, so those are the stories. If I just tab to this, sorry, not that one, it was the wrong one. Hang on, wrong button. Let's just take 2. Right trigger. You can change the weather, and then if you press this button, it'll spawn you on foot there. So if you want to go on foot anywhere, see, we're back here again. If you want to go on foot, you can do that from any of those places. Again, this is all in the tutorial. But these are all your different locations. The little red, the sort of white exclamation mark in a red background sort of says logically the next story you should be doing if you're doing them in chronological order. That's what that means, that little exclamation mark there. But you can spawn anywhere on this part of the map, all the way down. Or you can go into timetable mode. If I just go along here, this is where all your collectibles are. You can see I've got one painting. I've got the one conductor hat that we just got. There's also whistles, and there's books as well. So you can see that in there. Screenshots. Here's the screenshots that I took. If I press on that, there's our screenshot that we took of Diesel. You see? So they all get saved in there, in the photo gallery as you take them. So yeah, let's go for Percy, shall we? Let's see, we've got 17 minutes with Percy. Let's do something a bit later. Don't want it too early. Farquhar to Knapford Harbour. We'll do this. Percy takes up the morning service from Farquhar up the branch to the harbour. We'll do this one. Nazor, friends, is it worth the $40? I guess you've got to decide that yourself. I think from what you can see of it, I think is probably the fairest thing I can say with that. Right, this is Percy. We're going to unlock the doors. Let's go outside first. Let's listen to Percy's whistle. There he is. This is Farquhar. There's the booking office. There's another collectible. Let's get it, shall we? Let me go back in. If I come out, spotted it already. It's a whistle. Did a whistle on top of the bag. Let's get that. Don't know if there's anything else. We've got the red phone boxes. They're always nice to see. How long before we go? 20 seconds. Step back up. Close the door. Now this time I'm going to put the cab light on, or the torch as it says, before we go, just in case we go down any tunnels. Let's close the doors. Why are they not closing? What have I done this time? They should close. Let me... How strange. The doors are not closing. Let me just click the mouse button. See if it makes a difference. They're definitely not closing. Well, there's a problem. Not closing. Alright, fair enough. I'm on the fireman's side. Is that why? That could be it. Did I start at the opposite side? Let me try it. Let me try it. You could be right. Driver's position. Aha! Ha, ha. There you go. That's because I've just been driving diesel and we can drive it from every side. Well done, that man. Right, let's go. That was weird. I wouldn't have worked that out on my own. So I'm glad you shouted. Now, if you had a fireman and he was stood there, I wouldn't be able to get in his way, so it'd be alright. Anyway, without further ado, Hackenbeck is next, so we're going to be fashionably late on this one. You need DTG to add story episode designer. Yeah, a bit like scenario, the scenario maker in TSW. We'll see if we can make up time. It's not a long service. Yeah, it's definitely me. I don't know which side I'm driving on. I should have put that in my tutorial. If you're in the cab, forget to turn on the cab light. L. Of course it is, yeah. L. Yeah, yeah. Right, this is Hackenbeck. That was a little short one. Let's run up to the stop marker if we can. There's another whistle. I'm spotting them all now. I've not seen the books though anywhere. That's one as well. The picture. So you can get the pictures and they all go into a gallery somewhere. But there are books and I've not spotted one yet. Let's lock the doors. Maithwaite Station is next. Should probably have his light on, but I can't press it in this service for some reason. Not giving me the prompt. Unless on this railway you only put your lights on at night. Possibly. Yeah, the rainbow, it's a bit of a bug, that. Flying Welshman, DLCs are all but guaranteed. I would say so. I would say so. There's so much potential, isn't there? Lots of people have said today, as well, by the way, where's Edward? A lot of people said, where's Edward? He's been quite a popular one in the comments. I'm going to slow down because I don't want to launch him when I come out of the tunnel. Oh, there was a book there, was there? I'm going to go and get Neil's guide and I'm going to go and look for them over the next couple of days, I think. If you're a trophy hunter, by the way, I was looking last night on the PlayStation. It's quite an easy platinum trophy to get if you're a trophy hunter on PlayStation. Or you like your Xbox achievements, or even on PC, if you like your Steam achievements. There's nothing too difficult on there. You'll get it all by just playing it. But you will need to get the collectibles. You need to get all the collectibles. That's probably the hardest thing. But like I was saying, you can follow a guide. You know, you don't have to find them all yourself. Here he is at sunny Maithwaite. We're back on time then. Just. So as soon as we can leave, we'll try and make up the rest. A few seconds behind. There we go. On to Elsbridge. Edward is too old. Oh, I hit the scenery then. It put me out of the way. Edward was the first. Edward and Toby. Yeah, Toby. Yeah, lots of Tobys has come up today in the comments. Why are you dozing like an old stick in the mud? That could be aimed at me, that, you know, Whitey. I know you're going through the stories. Right, here's the windmill look over here. Here it is again. So if I go like that, 8 camera, then if I go to photo mode, does that let me out there, Rob? Or does it still restrict me? How do I get... What's pause in the game on keyboard? Apart from doing that. Is it... Because pause itself doesn't work. If I press pause, it doesn't pause. And I want to be able to fly out there without losing him. I'm going to tell you what, let me put some brakes in. You see, you can get around here. And you can set the iconic shot. But there must be a way to pause him, which I don't know how to do. You know, if you're in Thomas and you're going across. So. There is no pause in the game. That's what I thought. I'm thinking of TS Classic where I can just press pause and then scoot out. You need to drive or stop to do it. I've got you. That's a bit of a shame. Forwarder, thank you for the sub. There's a book at the windmill. I had heard that, yeah. I had heard that. I think Hentis mentioned that to me. It was yellow, was it, in front of the windmill? Got you, got you. Yeah, so you see the levers here as I'm moving it on the controller. Again, like the others, you can work him from inside here as well. He's quite drivable, actually, Percy, from inside. He's got quite a decent view. So's Thomas. And speaking of which, there he is. He's in the platform. There he is. It'd be good if they had AI horns, so if you peep at him... Oh, he did! He did! It does work. So if you get close enough and you sound the whistle, he'll sound the whistle back. I don't know if I'll do it from this distance. Let's try it. We might be a bit too far away from him. There'll be a little sort of zone that you need to be in, I assume, for that to trigger. But that's pretty neat. Let's lock the doors. Knapford Harbour Station is our final stop, I believe. Yeah, it's very iconic, the windmill, yeah. Right, 2 miles we've got until we get down to the harbour station. Any votes for who we run next? Someone that we've not already run. So I think we've got Emily, Thomas, James, I think, if I remember correctly, that we've not run yet. You can see what good fun it is, though. And it's going to take you a while to go through every engine's timetable. But then, of course, when you finish the timetables, if there's no DLCs out by then, you can obviously do free roam and you can spawn in wherever you want with any train you want and do whatever run you want. So we've had a vote for Emily. We've had 2 votes for Emily. We've had 1 for James. 2 for James. Well, we're going to do them all anyway. We're going to do them all. This is just for who we do next. So we've got 2 for James, 2 for Emily. So we'll give it a few more minutes. Well, we'll give it to the end of this and we'll try and see who was most popular and we'll run that. We'll run that next. Cross Crossing, that is. How many engines are there? There are... can't remember. Let me work it out. So Percy, Diesel, Thomas, Emily, Gordon, 5, I think, and then James, if you got the Deluxe Edition, so 6. To start with. And again, I'm saying to start with, because I'm going to assume there's going to be DLCs at some point, where they'll add a few more in. Right, under a mile to go. Pete says Emily. Wayne Welshman says James. I think. Well, that was a bit fast. I'm good job I didn't derail it then. I thought we were carrying straight on. I think Emily's in front at the moment. So we'll do Emily, then we'll run as James after that. So when we drove Diesel before, we came up from this side of the docks. We came around that side and across the bridge. Start slowing down a bit. Signal's good. Again, the harbour's really well done, isn't it? And here's where the main line where you fly across with the express, right above. Signal's good. Now we need Cranky the Crane down here and a few others. So much potential. Look at these seagulls flying around. They're a bit wild, aren't they? Look at them. There we go. Right, let's get Percy's doors open. Do you know what I mean? So much potential for the screenshots as well. Nazo, you only watched up to season 5. I can't remember how many I've seen. Cranky Bugs, yeah, I remember that one. Right, we've got to wait till 8:33. I don't know if you can hear that as well, but the ambient sound is quite good as well. Very, very, very relaxing game to play. I know I've said it a few times, but it is. Now we can hear the aircraft again. June, thank you for the sub. Yeah, I can't remember GW, to be honest. Potential for a few more stories, isn't there, if he makes his way in? Though you would think he would have to come, if Cranky came, he would have to be, because he's not drivable as such, he would come like Bertie the Bus. He would come as a character that's there that you can't use, but he's part of the story. There we go. We can lock the doors. We can uncouple. Are we going somewhere else? We're going to the head shunt. There you go. I didn't know that. So we're going to the head shunt. Let's just make sure we've got the points set correctly, and we have. Right, let's move him to the head shunt. We're leaving his coaches there, so he's probably going to do a run around, isn't he? Which is probably his next timetabled service, I would think. There he is. So that's that service. That's Percy. We'll do a service with Emily next. There's 25. Is it 25 seasons? Really? Wow. Yeah, it's been going a long time. Wood pigeons, spot on, incredible. It's nice. You got the headphones on as well. It's just down your ears. You just sat there waiting. It's quite relaxing, honestly. It's pretty decent. I'm quite enjoying it for many reasons, you know. Right, she does full runs, of course, doesn't she? I don't really want to do a full one if I don't have to. Is there something a bit shorter? Because we're going to play James as well. I don't think there is. They're all like 2-5 minutes. They're just run arounds. I want to go a bit further with the James. Let's do this run around. Well, there's part 1. Carsten run around part 1. Vickerstown, sorry, run around part 1. We'll do part 1 and we'll do part 2. We'll do that. Jay, thank you for the sub. Right, the first thing we need to do is uncouple for the run arounds. There you go. There's Emily, by the way. Emily's light comes on all right. Couldn't get Percy's to work earlier. Right, so if we put it into forwards, will we get the signal? When are we going to get the signal? Because I don't see a shunt signal. It says denied, wait for the signal to change. So we can't go just yet. So we'll just wait. Yeah, she's gorgeous. Oh, there's the signal. Goods in. Yeah, she's a nice looking engine, isn't she? And she's also drivable, again, like Percy, from inside. She's got quite a good view through the little window there. And she's got a nice whistle as well. So we'll do the both parts of this run around. Yeah, we'll do James next. Carefully does it. So this is a go via this one. I'm going to assume all the points are signal control, but then again they might not be. I think they're all set though. Let me just double check. Before we go any further. Yeah, they're all good. So, as I was saying earlier, in the settings, if you want, you can... There is a setting that lets you have all the points, even if they're manual, set for you. So you don't have to keep checking the map if you don't want to. So there is that option. We're going on the turntable. You'll just see Mavis. Yeah, Mavis actually. That'd be a good engine to get. Yeah. Now you don't want to overshoot when you're on the turntable. That wouldn't be any good. Right, so that is part one of it. Now, if I go to free roam, let's see if it starts right away. It does. So you see this one, because it's a part one and part two, you can do it that way. So we need to turn the turntable, which is here. And if I just press A and spin us round, once you've turned it once, you see it does like I don't know how many degrees it turns, but it does like a part turn. Or if you go to this view, you can see when you've spun all the way around, you can just keep your finger on it. Emily keeping everything running smoothly. Is that what she does? Does she bring sense to everything? He gives Toby any day. Right, round we go. It's a slow process. But once again, it's neat that we've got working turntables. Nazarene, how you doing? You love Thomas? Yeah, actually, yeah, we've not actually run as Thomas yet, have we? I forgot about Thomas when I was shouting out the engines. We've not run as Thomas. Although we have run in TSW, we've run a lot of Thomas in the past. Right, we're not quite far enough yet. One more turn might do us. Nope. Another one. So we got one too far, so we'll go back the other way. Which you can do, fortunately. You don't have to go all the way around again. There we go. Right. Let's check the points as we come off. See, they're still set the other way. So I have to run us down this line. Just as far as the go via, and then we'll just need to double check again. Blow off the turntable. Right, I'll just check these points just to make sure we're good. I think we're still going this way. Not that one, that one. He's like an angel. Duck is one of your favourites. Yeah, I think he would be quite popular, wouldn't he? Right, so this is another go via. So we'll probably we'll run all the way around the train and probably reverse onto the back of the train we brought in. You want to see snow? We could actually, the next service we do, we could change the weather if you want to snow. We'll see how that works. Right, we've got a signal here, so it might change when we hit this marker, but we'll just have to be careful. There you go. Platform 2. So I think we should now be under signals, so we're all okay. We don't have to do anything with the points from this point onwards. Ducks quackers. Montague, yeah, he was called Montague, wasn't he? Yeah. Once again, you know, all the scenery's here. Looks great. We just got to see a little bit further, that's all. And I think it'll be alright, that. D13 S3L, I think that says diesel. Just subscribe. Thank you for that. How you doing? Let me know in the chat, because we've got a few in tonight. We've had a few in all night, which is great. Thanks for coming in. Let me know, though, if you were on the fence, if watching the stream has helped you decide that you are going to get it, or actually you're not going to get it, you know, just as equally. I'd be interested to know if watching the stream has helped in any way. The signal's good. You've got the chimes of the church bell. Again, ambient sound adds to it. There's the church over there. And it's chiming the hour as well, 4 o'clock. That's pretty neat, isn't it? If you're there on the hour, it chimes the hour. It's probably a simple thing, but it makes a big difference. It looked like Huddersfield, honestly. It does look like Huddersfield, doesn't it? Yeah. Right, up to this market, and then we're good. What was the name of the twins, Trey? You mean Donald and Douglas, you mean? Or there was another couple of twins, weren't there? Who were the two, like, orange coloured ones? Rheneas and... oh, that's taking me back. I don't know, but you'll shout it out in a minute. Right, we need to reverse. So we'll change the direction. And we need to wait for the signal, I think. But I'm going to go forward slightly. Reverse slightly, I should say. See if we get the signal. J-Heck Gaming, thank you for the sub. There we go. Platform 1. This should hook us up to the back of our coaches. Butter wouldn't melt, look. Bill and Ben, there you go, Bill and Ben. You're getting it, GW, at a later date, nice. I was waiting for that, Jason. I was waiting for it. $133 in at the moment. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming in. Please do give me a like. I know I keep droning on about it, but it does help me out quite a lot. Thank you for that. Right, here's Emily's coaches. Easy does it. Now the coupling is automatic, as you just saw there. Those of us that are used to Train Sim Worlds will be coupling up manually, but we didn't need to with this one. So, right, let's go to the main menu. We'll run as James next. We'll see what we've got available for James. There he is. 55 minutes. Vickerstown, Knapford Mail. He does a mail run. 47 minutes. Some of these are quite... Let me just go back here, because who've we not run us so far? We've only got Thomas and James to run, so... Let's have a think. Don't know, I might have to run a long one, you know. Do you want to do the mail train? Where's that mail train? I'll find it. Was it an early one? Let's have a look. That's it. It's 5:43. I want to do one a bit later than that, because we'll put the snow on it. It would be too dark otherwise. Let's do... we've already been Vickerstown to Knapford. So we should do Knapford to Vickers. We'll do this one. We'll do this one. We'll change the weather, because you wanted some snow, didn't you? So let's put a bit of snow in. 50%. It's June though. We're gonna have to change that to oh wow, that's very slow. Let me use the mouse on that. That's really slow. We'll make it December. Snow. I hope this works. I haven't tried it actually. Right, that'll do. Let's try that. You used to have a Thomas the Tank Engine game on your Commodore 64? Nice. Right, unlock the doors. Here we are. There's a bit of snow on the ground. Again, he looks quite chilled out, doesn't he? We've got a few seconds before we need to go. So we'll do this one, then we'll have a very quick service in Thomas. And that'll be us done. And that'll be a good look round, I think. We'll put the torch on again up front. Wow, she's dressed all funky. Look at this. Nice. Percy's there doing his thing, going about his business. So James, again, James is the Deluxe Edition bonus that you get. So you can, I think, if you get the standard edition, but then you decide to get, you want James later, I think you can get him separately later on. Jason will tell me if that's not correct. So you can add him later if you change your mind. Here we are with a bit of snow. It looks quite nice in the snow, doesn't it, with the sun shining down. Crosby is first. That's in Liverpool, isn't it, that Crosby? Now, the interesting thing is, I wonder if the physics are there. So, can we sort of slide into the station? His headlamp's not coming on again. I wonder if we can slide into the station. You know, whether the snow has a real effect on the driving, because I don't know yet. James is a separate purchase, right? You can get James separately, so that's good. $16 is it in your currency? Got you. Yeah, so you get, like the others, you get a timetable with James, and you get 4 additional stories as well with James. I did one earlier on the channel, you'll see, which I quite enjoyed actually, was Jack Frost. So it had a bit of Thomas, a bit of James, and of course it's got Percy, and it had a bit of Emily at the end as well, and that was quite a good one. I quite enjoyed that. I don't know if that one came with James or not, or whether that's one of the others. I don't know which ones specifically come with James. I need to look into that. $12.99 in the UK for James. Thank you for that, Robert Smart. I said it earlier, but I think they've done a great job on it. It looks way better than I expected it to look. Right, we've got a mile to go. I wonder if these coaches are heated. That guy's wearing a lady's hat there, you see him? Here we are at Crosby. You wish the people look like the wooden ones from the show. Thank you for that sub. Hope you're doing well. Forgot his coffee and grabbed the missus' hat. He could have done, yeah. Here we are, Crosby. Let's get everybody on. I remember that line. The Fat Controller's hat blew off and a goat ate it for tea. I remember that. I think that's one of the early ones as well. Because I've watched the first series in the last couple of weeks and about half the second series, I think. I think it was in the first series, that one. Right, I've got a few seconds. But because it's cold, we have this, you can see it blowing across. There's like clouds of, I don't know what, like cold. Clouds of cold. It's meant to represent cold wind, I think, that. Oh, who's this? There he goes. Stopping for no one. He's always around somewhere. Right, Wellsworth is next in 2 miles. We've got 4 minutes. Don't bring up the tunnel again. Yeah. Don't have nightmares. Dragon, how you doing? I can't do a Scouse accent. I will try. I think Thomas and Gordon, that's one of the stories, I think. Gordon's cruising. Yeah, he was cruising through there, wasn't he? He wasn't stopping for anybody. Kids will love it. Big kids love it. I can tell you. That snow looks alright, actually. And it's whipping up at the sides, you see it? Just like it does in Train Sim World. Looks like he's enjoying a bit of snow, to be honest. It's one of the first stories, right? Thanks. Yeah, I thought it was. I thought I'd seen it. I've not run it yet, but I thought I'd seen it. Right, we'll drive from inside the cab, shall we, into Wellsworth. Is James the second fastest in the game? I'm not sure. He might be, because Percy's not very fast. Emily does the express, but she's not that fast. Thomas... Nah, Thomas... He could be. He could be the second fastest. Unless we get someone later on the line like Henry. Henry could obviously keep up with Gordon. But right now, yeah, I think he might be the second fastest. Right, so open the doors. The timings are quite generous for the stops on this one. Unless I'm getting here early, we've got a couple of minutes before we need to leave. Yeah, Gordon's the biggest engine at the moment. Thomas is fastest with the jet engine, yeah. They've not put the jet engine in yet. A little bit of snow on the platform, look. A little bit sprayed up from the trains. Let's have a quick look on here. Thanks, Pete. I've just checked. Oh, and Rob has sent me. On YouTube the first episode of Thomas in Dutch. I'm going to watch that because that'll be interesting. I hope that's not Ringo doing a Dutch accent. That'd be a bit of a mishmash, wouldn't it? Right, Maron is next. Let's do it. This looks great, says Dragon. Yeah, it is. It's great. Daniel Valeriev, how you doing? Good evening to you. Is there a story, says Dragon? Not as such. There are. If you think about TSW scenarios, and the scenarios recreate some of the stories you'll know from the series. So you could kind of play through them in a certain type of order, which it tells you on the map which one you should play next. But that's it. There's no sort of career mode or anything like that. But there are stories. Here's my voice, by the way. I'm drying up a little bit. Yeah, all good. Thank you. All good. Right, off down the other side of the hill. The map does actually become quite familiar just after a couple of runs. Even if you've not watched much of the TV series. Right, we've got half a mile. Start bringing the speed down a little bit, just in case we got some points before the station. Once we got that track monitor, it'll be way better. Because the clue will be, when we go down to a 15, that means we've got points right before the station, so we need to be down. Right now, I can't really tell. So I need to be a little bit cautious. I'm surprised I haven't launched one tonight. I've done it a couple of times, as I said at the beginning. Especially with Gordon when you get him up to 90 miles per hour. Right, this is Maron. So we've got a couple of minutes again. People will, knowing your look, people would judge. No one's judging me though, are they? You just give it a go. Give it a go. No one will judge you. Is it Gen 9 only? No, it's not. No, it's not, because I noticed when I got the PS5 version, I also had the option of getting the PS4 version. So it's not. It's both. I need to invest for the baby. But you'll have a practice first. I can hear the horses, actually. See what I mean about the ambient sound? It's pretty neat, that. You're definitely buying it, Pete. Nice. You're off now. All right. Thanks for coming in. All the best. Yeah, Jason's right. Yeah, just do it. One bit of wisdom I will tell you, if you're doing a YouTube channel, play what you like, play what you enjoy, or else there's not much point doing it. That's only a little bit of advice I would say to you. With the track monitor, the DOF won't be so much. Possibly, yeah, possibly. I think they've already got the first update in the works. I think from some of the feedback that's already been given. Like I said, the ambassadors, the DTG ambassadors, have been playing it for a few days, like over the weekend, etc. And I think we've given some feedback about what we've seen, which they've been noting down and sending back to the team, etc. So I think there is a patch coming for various bits and pieces. I don't know what's in it, but there's a patch already in the works. Right, Kronk is next. That's a great name for a station, Kronk. Good evening, Chamber Online. How you doing? $97 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. Yeah, if we can get to 100, that's brilliant. There's bits of track going off everywhere as well, which, possibly might mean more lines later on as well going off around the other part of the island. We got these mountains up here. Look at these mountains. Bit of potential there, isn't there? What is Shoddy? How you doing? I thought you'd gone, Pete. He's lurking. Here's Kronk Station. The only thing about being zoomed in, it gives you a false sense of the speed. You have to be careful like that when you come into a station, or you'll overshoot, or do an oxynorm as we call it on this channel. That's a little blue kit. We haven't played as him yet. Your boys are desperate for it. Yeah, they'll like it. You'll like it. When they go off to bed, you'll be playing on it. It's that type of thing. You'll watch them play it and you'll think, ooh, I might have an hour on that later. It'll relax you before you go to bed, honestly. Lee, thank you for the sub. A lot of new subscribers as well tonight. Thank you very much to everybody that's subbed. We're on our way to 30,000, would you believe? So, you know, everybody that subs really does help. So thank you for that. And we do play lots of different train sims on this channel. We will be playing a lot of this, of course. I think this is good fun. I don't see why we wouldn't carry on doing this. I'm really enjoying it. So there's a bit of something probably on the channel for you. If you have a look around, see what takes your fancy. And we'll go off to Kildane next, which is 3/4 of a mile. 100 likes, thank you everybody, brilliant. You didn't get the customization at the beginning. What was that, the customization? That's a yellow signal. See what I mean? You can't see the signals like till you get close up. For some of them, because that haze. Maximalny, thank you for the sub. Hope you will. Hey, yeah, Jack Frost is on the channel, Corey, so go and have a look on the channel. I did Jack Frost earlier. The video's on there. You don't have to recreate it. It's actually one of the stories that's available. You'll see the thumbnail. Percy with his spikes on his face. Here she is. Well, let's see if she toots at us. Oh yeah, I've stopped short now because I was trying to get her to toot us and she did. Let's just move forward a little bit. I think that's pretty neat, that how they'll toot back at you if you're within a certain distance. It's cheered him up as well, look. Look, he's looking at her. He's looking that way as well. Yeah, go and buy it. Go and buy it. If you're on the fence. You started watching the videos earlier, so you were chomping at the bit. Nice. Yeah, I did 6, I think, today. Enterprising Engine, thank you for the sub. Hope you will. Oh, when you create a driver, yeah. You just do that once. Just pick a character. It's so that, you know, when you do this, obviously that's where you see your character. So whoever you pick, you'll obviously just see him each time. Now, I always pick this guy. I've got this guy in TSW. He's been my guy since 2018 in TSW, so I just picked him again. They're all the same ones that are available in TSW, looks like. Kelsort Road. you're having a katsu curry. Oh, nice. Well, after this, we're going to have a little go with Thomas, and that'll be us. Just in time for your curry, I think. Scriv, good evening. Can you wreck in this game? Yeah, you can. You can wreck in this game. You can. If you do what I did when I first got into it, one of the first things I did after I ran Diesel, which I wanted to do, I ran as Gordon. I got to 90 miles per hour. I was enjoying myself so much. I had to cross over some points into one of the stations, and I just shot up in the air. I just went. His tender went one way, I went the other way. Crazy. It actually made me jump because I didn't know you could do it. But yeah, you can wreck. You can wreck pretty spectacularly as well. Thanks, Jason, for that. Thank you for putting the link in. Normally free cruise steam trains. Yeah, it's just him on his own. There's no fireman. But, you know, like on the TSW steam trains, obviously the firebox opens and you see the fireman or fire lady shoveling the coal in, that they've not put that in on this. Well, that's fine. You know, I'm not too bothered about that personally. It's probably a whole load of development time that they can use towards something else, which I think's fine. Oh, crash. Is that what you call it? Crash. I thought you wreck a train. Train wreck. You can crash it. You can wreck it. Whatever you call it, you can do it. There is one thing, Shoddy, that was put in just for you, or not put in just for you, and that is the gradient at the top. There is no gradient in this, so you know you can't argue with me on this one. When you go up Gordon's Hill, you've just to do it visually. You can't cheat by looking at the gradient. I was going to ask you about the spreadsheet. Which DLCs go with what? Yeah. Daughter, yeah, it probably is on a loop. It's probably on a loop. If you look close enough, you'll probably see it, yeah. Oh, now I can get his headlight in. Maybe I was zoomed in. Maybe under zoom you can't do his headlight. You have to be at normal sort of zoom, if you know what I mean. Normal distance. Yeah, his hair's a bit dubious, isn't it? It's basically, there's two characters that look very similar. They've just got a different syrup. That's all. In game development terms, it's probably known as being economical. Just use the same characters, stick a different syrup on his head. Now, syrup, that's not very Lancashire, is it? There you go, Shoddy. Right, we have got 0.7 of a mile. into Kelsthorpe, so we'll start slowing it down very slightly. He definitely dyes his hair, yeah. It's the black dye that kind of turns purple after a few weeks, as it gets a bit thinner. Platform 1. Whoever it was that suggested going in the snow was a good idea because it looks quite nice, doesn't it? I'm going to say it as well, actually. The trees in the snow, to me, look a lot better than the ones where some of us are used to in TSW. In TSW, they tend to be all whited out. These ones have got still a bit of colour showing through. You see what I mean? Sometimes when you're playing snow on TSW, they're just like white. You just can't. Like some of these lower ones are quite white. So that's quite good. That's different. There's still a bit of colour poking through. Right, we've got a minute to go. Oh, syrup, yeah. I've watched Only Fools and Horses. I know all about syrups. Danny Sprint, how you doing? It was third time lucky with the stream. Yeah. Turns out it was my router after all that was causing issues. So anybody that was in for the first 2 attempts, my apologies. And thanks for coming back in. It's been a good stream. I've enjoyed it. It does look very good, to be fair. It does. It does. I think they've probably spent quite a bit of time getting it to look right. And of course, you know, Mattel would have probably been overseeing it, and they've probably checked every detail because of the licensing, etc. I think it's pretty good. Province Gate. That's our next one. Got hit by the signal box. Make sure we don't overspeed. Do you know them off by YT as well? You diamond geezer. Right, 2.4 miles. Oh, I can imagine, yeah, it's quite funny that, yeah. Like, even the lighting's quite good. Do you know what I mean? I mean, look at the lighting in the coaches. Shining through. I mean, you got light there, you know, this guy's in shadow because he's not right next to the window. It's like small little details. I think they've done a great job on it. It's like I said before, it's way better than I expected. And you know, I'll hold my hand up and say I thought it would be solely aimed at a younger audience, but actually they were right in the article when they said there's a bit of something for everybody in it. You know, no matter what age group you're from. I would agree with that. I would absolutely agree with that. One thing from the videos earlier, it's good to see the engines hauling 4 to 5 coaches rather than us 2 or 3. Yeah, absolutely, yeah, it is. It is. Aaron, good evening, how you doing? Yeah, it was Bristol, yeah. I think we've mentioned that before, haven't we? I'm sure we've mentioned that. Right, 800 yards, the Crovan's Gate. But we're not far from our destination. Our final destination, that is. Then we'll jump into Thomas's cab. We'll run Thomas just on a short one. And that'll be the end of a good stream then. We've been going for 2.5 hours. We've been going. On the 3rd attempt, that is. The first 2 don't count. There we go. Doors open once again. Do you like the way even the snow has been put on the cars? You know, it's pretty good. They've looked at every detail. There's a little bit of snow on the platform, just a sprinkling, rather than it being completely clean with no snow at all. I mean, you would expect the platforms to have been swept anyway. You wouldn't expect it to be full of snow. Obviously health and safety and all that, but there is still a nod to the fact that it's been snowing and there's bits there. There's a little bit on this canopy, not on the glass, but there's a little bit there on the edge of the canopy. Yes, good job. Chin up, Mr. Chin. Yeah. Remember that one. Right, we're nearly ready to go. Final couple of passengers just getting on board. You better be quick if you're getting on. 3 seconds. Too late, there we go. On to Vickerstown. A little bit of a clash with the signals. Yeah, so look at all the light changing in the coaches as it gets affected by the scenery. It's good. Right, let's get up to speed. We've got 4 miles to do. The cab sway, you can see he's swaying about a bit there. You can change the cab sway in the settings. If that's too much for you, you can alter that. I think mine's on 100%. I just left it as it was. Quite lively, thank you for the sub, hope you will. A little bit too fast. Go up to 200%. Yeah, it's pretty. Actually, some are worse than others. James is quite noddy. You can see him there from outside. He's rocking about a fair bit. You can open the doors. I'm not going to do it while we're moving. That lady will not forgive me for it. She'll ring up to top him if I do that. Billy, thank you for the sub. .7 to go. And we've got 6 minutes to do it in. Like you said, Danny Sprint, it's very detailed. I think that's what I'm surprised with, just how detailed it is. If you're in the outside camera, by the way, like that, and you come to a tunnel, it does put you back in the cab automatically. You could be right, Danny Sprint. You could be right. This way it's good to have the porch on at the back, for this tunnel especially, otherwise it's pitch black. It's quite a long tunnel. .4 to go. Miss Pincher Gamings, thank you for the sub. Hope you're doing alright. You can see Vickerstown ahead. You can't miss it, can you, really? So we'll start slowing down a little bit. I've noticed that the distance that you can see, it's much clearer from the cab than it is when you go out. You see that? From there, it's alright. Outside here, it's like you need your glasses. So if you're playing it from the cab, you get a bit more distance. You see, I've got a signal. Has that just gone green? See, I can't tell from here. Oh, sorry, it's only a caution signal. See with this one. Not yet dropped. There it goes. Now we're good. Straight into platform 1. Thought we had Laurel and Hardy sat there then. Right, let's just pull up. That was quite a decent run with James, that one. Unlock the doors. Make sure everybody's off that wants to get off. There's another collectible over there on that pillar. You see that? You see that picture over there? That painting. That's another collectible. There we go. We had a few stops on that one. When you look, so that was good. 23 miles we did. Let's go back and do a final one for Thomas this time. 119 likes. Thank you very much, everybody, for that. Thank you. Yeah, Thomas, and that'll be... We've run everybody after that. So we'll just do something short. Shall we do... Well, we've got one there, 18 minutes. We could do that one, couldn't we? Farquhar to Knapford. Shall we do that one? Thomas returns with Annie and Clarabelle to Knapford. Let's do that one. Can you lock the throttle to coasting? Yes, you can. Yeah. Oh, there's a shop, is there, Andy, lad, where you can actually see them displayed. Ah, that's interesting. I didn't know that. There's Percy in front of us. What's he up to? Poor Percy just moves coaches around all the time. Although in his timetable mode, he gets to do a little bit of passenger delivery. There he goes. I remembered to do it as he went past. Right, waiting until 7:40. Yeah, here's Thomas. We've played Thomas quite a bit in TSW. In his blue and in his green 80th anniversary livery as well, which we've got in TSW. I don't know if they'll bring that into this. They might do. We'll lock the doors. Off we go. Signal's good. And we're off to Hackenbeck. Hello, Carter. Welcome back. There's the football game again. These two always look a bit miserable, don't they? "600 yards. St. Finnan's crossing there. So the main thing is, has everybody enjoyed the stream? If you've been in from the beginning, brilliant. Thank you very much. It's been going 2 3/4 hours so far. So we've had a good look at it. I've really enjoyed it, I have to tell you. I mean, I've been playing it a lot, but it's always better when, you know, you can play it on a stream with people in the chat as well, letting me know what they think about it. I've not heard anything bad in the chat. I don't think anybody got any comments that about anything they don't like. I think it's generally been quite positive, haven't it? Which is good, you know. It is good. There's a couple of little niggles, like we said, but on the whole, I think it's been pretty positive from you guys, anyway. Yeah, been nice to chat, says YT. Yeah, and you. A few seconds. Let's close the doors now, shall we? Ahead of time. Then we can be prompt. Mayfwit is next. Put up with you quoting Thomas. No, it's been a reminder of some of them I've not seen for a long time. But it's funny how I remember the odd line. No gradient profile. Yeah, I was saying that earlier. You might not have just been there. You might have stepped away. But I already mentioned that. They've not put it in for you. They've done it on purpose. They realised there was too many arguments from the TSW one, so they just left it out completely. You've been here from the beginning, the very beginning. All 3 streams, yeah. No, thanks for that, Jason. You wish there was more characters, yeah. And that's fixable, isn't it? Because they'll, you know, they can put them in later, can't they? Snurling TV, thank you for the sub. Right, into Mayfwit. Danu to try the brakes. I don't think it'll do it. I don't think it does it. Let's just see. Oh, straight across the points. I'll put the brakes on full now, shall I? Doesn't do anything with the brakes. Doesn't do any type of screech. Even when you put them emergency brake like that. Now, I don't know if this is our last stop, actually. I'm not sure. Because the other thing you can't do is bring up... And again, I'm saying this because I play TSW. On TSW, you can bring up a schedule of where all your stops are and the timings. You can't do that in this. Now, I don't know if it's meant to be in or not. You can't do it. I've got to wait till 46. I've already shut the doors. Let's open them again. Oh, you wanted a bite. All right, I've got you. I've got you. It doesn't bother me. It bothers you. It doesn't bother me. Tyler, thank you for the sub. Actually, while we're here, oops, let me move the mouse. Let me just check what sub's wrong, because a lot of you very kindly subbed tonight whilst we've been playing. 29,534. I've had over 100 subs just today, so thank you everybody for that. That is really much appreciated. Aylesbridge, that's where we're going. The schedule's a bug, right? Yeah, it'd be nice to have it in. Would be nice to have it in. .1 miles to Aylesbridge. What about when the narrator tries to do animal noises? I think he puts a funny voice on actually when he does Annie and Clarabelle. It's quite comedy. It's like comedy when he does Annie and Clarabelle. Look at the luxury upholstery in these coaches, by the way. There's a full spare seat there, and everybody's cramming onto there. Maybe they're in the same family, I don't know. There's a full seat empty. There's the windmill again. Still going. We've not got long to go. Not got long to go. Let's slow it down for the station. Yes, Snurlin, nice to see you. Norway, excellent. Yeah, I think they will. They will keep adding things. I can't see why they wouldn't. I think you could almost bet on it, even though they've not announced anything yet. I would reckon so. A big missed opportunity if they didn't. Tommy Pickles fan, thank you for the sub. Hope you're doing well. There's another whistle up there, look. Let's get it whilst we're waiting here. I want to find one of the books, and oh, here's one of the posters that you can get. Paintings, not posters. It's a shame actually that they disappeared. They look better on the wall than not on the wall, if you know what I mean. We've got half a minute. These little markers, by the way, if you're new to it, to train simming and TSW, so that little marker obviously shows a little book. You can start one of the stories there. So if I walk to it, so from there, if I press A, I can start Thomas Goes Fishing from there directly without having to go back to the menu. So just in case you're wondering, so you'll see those little markers dotted around, and actually, that's another thing that you can switch those off if you don't want those on. Right, let's lock the doors. Dryo, that's what I was trying to say earlier. Lewis, thank you for the sub. Hope you're well, buddy. Thanks, Danny Sprint. See you later. Once again, the view from Thomas's cab is quite good. Quite a decent window. You can do a lot of driving from the cab. So we'll drive actually all the way to the next station, shall we? Like this. BTD, do you think people will be able to make their own stories on this game? They will, yeah, they will, because you can spawn in a train, you can go on foot, and you can spawn a train in, you know, to your heart's content. You don't have to stick to the timetable. I did the same thing. I don't know how long you've been around the channel, BTD, but I did it with the Thomas content that we had in TSW. I created my own story and I mixed up the Diesel and in Clarabelle Thomas with a Pendolino and a couple of other things, and I did a story there. So you can make your own stories up. In TSW, we were talking about this earlier, in TSW there is a scenario creator where you can kind of create your own timetable runs, etc. And you can mix up the trains in that timetable. So I don't know whether or not later on they'll introduce something like that to this game. Possibly. But that'd be quite good. You could do it there as well. Right, we've got 500 to go. You can snurling, yeah, there you go. So I'm using the Xbox controller on the PC. Here's the airfield, by the way, once again. Over on the left hand side. There's the doors. No, Harold, no, there isn't. Not yet, there isn't. You never know. Later on, there could be a story. There's a red balloon. James's red balloon is just off there, if you see it. There you go. Lock the doors. He didn't know I was back. Yeah, I tried three times lucky, Pete. 3 times lucky. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry if you missed it, that's my fault. Like Piper Cherokees, them. I've flown one of them in real life a few times. Do they interact? Yeah, they do interact. You mean from a... If you... I don't know if you missed it before. If you are in the vicinity of another engine and you toot the whistle, they'll toot back at you, so they do interact a little bit. Knapford, this will definitely be our last stop. Oh, that's terrible, Zellies. That's awful. Now I know you've been sat here watching this for too long now, with jokes like that. You see the main line over there, the bridge with the main line, and the harbour. We've managed to get to all these places tonight, which is quite good. We're meant to be way, way lower than we are. There's another aircraft there in the haze just coming across us. We've got a red signal at the moment, unless that drops. There it goes. Platform 2. Team Knight, thank you for the sub. Take everything, not just your coat. Yeah, it was terrible. Right, we've got James over there. We'll just quickly, when we get in, we'll go to free roam, and we'll just finally just have a quick look who we've got at the station before we leave. But you can see James, he's ready to go. Now, we must not have been close enough to James for him to toot his whistle. So there must be some specified distance between trains where they answer you back. Oh, bookstall, is that what you're on about, Andy? I wonder if it's there where the when you collect all the get the collectibles. I wonder if they all go in that window. Could be there. There's an Emily poster there. Right, let's close Annie and Clarabelle's doors. There we go. Let's quickly go to free roam and just have a final look around. We'll leave Thomas behind. Better close that or we'll get in trouble. Can we close it from outside? Maybe not. Maybe you have to be inside. Robbie, thank you for that sub. That's it, is it? Yeah, and there's a gallery for the pictures. Oh, that's nice. I didn't even know that. Oh, there's the gallery there. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hang on, I'm going to go across. There's the pictures I've already collected, look. That's pretty neat, that. I didn't know about that. Well, that makes sense then. So maybe they are better in there than they are on the actual stations. So that's pretty neat. Let's just go across. Ignore my very bad railway safety as James. But I think round here, let's see what we've got. We've got some wagons around here. Oh, these are the mail wagons, look. You can open these as well, I think. I'm sure you can open them somehow. Maybe they only open when you're doing the service. But those are the mail wagons, yeah. That's pretty neat. I've not seen those yet. Till now. Anyway, there we go. So that's us. I'll just leave you with this scene. That's us for tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks ever so much, everybody, for coming in. It's been great. There's been loads of viewing. I've enjoyed every minute of it. I'm glad we got it started eventually. So, you know, if you were around for the original attempts, apologies for that. We'll work on that again for next time. But until said next time, have a good evening. Hope you enjoyed the game if you pick it up. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Take care.